Hey, greetings. Pleasure to be here. I am Angela Harvey, and this is a quick note to the next narrative Africa Fund team. I'm from London, UK, of Jamaican heritage. Done a lot of travelling around. I'm basically a writer and would love to be able to put legs on some of my scripts. I'm mostly known here in London and internationally as a performance poet. I see poetry as like a zipped up version of a film often. My film is called The Black Hole, whole spelt W-H-O-L-E, and it aims to give a whole look at the African experience through storytelling and through the characters in the script. It will involve a otherworldly element where lots of the scenes will be depicting an ancient world with ancient goddesses and beings, and really tap into the African spiritual knowledge systems, but also juxtaposed is seemingly the ordinary life of a promoter in Jamaica. So we will have his goings and comings as a promoter and his adversaries against him on the earthly plane. But the goddesses have a plan for him, and they're coming back from 26,000 years BC, where it has been written in a prophecy, which is in his DNA, that when he reaches 26, he will be the chosen one to rise and tune in with this other world and be given a crystal which he's going to take back to Earth. The view being to create balance again, because the Earth is now tilted and it's contaminating the whole of the universe. It's a many splendid story, and it applies the gender lens that looks at the power and contribution of black women historically and what their input has in humanity. It takes a very normal, for want of a better word, protagonist as a young man from Jamaica to be the glue that will tie the two together. And so it is not a feminist kind of lens. It's more about talking about this idea of the matriarchy and the need to balance things, which refers in today's time to the whole movement towards reparative justice in the black, for want of a better word, story. I believe that it has a global reach. There's much more awakening now about the truths of black history, and there's much more awakening now that points to the fact that the disruption in the environment with all of the mining and all of the things that have been taken and displaced from Africa, not just the people, but also its resources, is also creating and have created a imbalance. The expertise that I have around me in my team is very interesting because it also speaks to the story, with the director, Akona Matilier, and he's from South Africa and he's well versed in the South African landscape in film, and Lisa Wickham, who is actually based in the Caribbean, Both of them, have their own profiles as international players, both as filmmakers, producers, and also being able to tap into different distribution sources. Getting back to the audiences, I think that it's got a wide appeal. I would say that, but I really do. But as a target, 16 to 35, but there's also a really interested audience from the over 50s, in that it's been a long time coming for them to see more films that depict Africa and the diaspora in more authentic ways, rather than the stereotypes of pimps and prostitutes and gangsters. So this has very strong female characters, Mother Time being a main influence that threads the story together, but also mentors in the form of spirit guides. So it really does weave in ancient African spirituality. Social media, of course, will play a part in the distribution and promotion and marketing of a film such as Black Hole, but also networking with community-based organisations that have become global. Ones I know of that I interact with in England, such as Hidden Truth, headed by an amazing team who have in fact now moved to Africa, but they started off spending over a decade broadcasting from London in a private platform. And there's Ancestral Voices and Black British Music, and really just showing that our links in the diaspora in England are still very much tied to the Caribbean, and the outreach and the exchange with Africa has always been there, but it is definitely growing. I've come from a very Black conscious family, and I'm just excited about this opportunity to be able to speak through characters, to tell a story without feeling that I have to rein myself in or be apologetic in any way for speaking African truth. I think that's basically all that I want to say right now, and hopefully this will be a conversation at some point. Okay. Also, just to end with, I do want to just give you a little bit of insight into the music that will be in the film. So this is the Reggae Philharmonic Orchestra that you can hear in the background, because reggae music is often stereotyped as having one dimension, and of course we embrace all musical genres, and the classical fusion is not always advertised.